Hello, welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. I'm Angel, and I'm here to bring you this content. We're about to investigate this fake murder in the prologue, which is supposed to teach us how to solve an actual murder. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. But before anything else, we should go over that tablet. The victim is Kara Kolsky, Goldsmith teacher's aide. She was stabbed in the torso 28 times. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head. The most notable burns are to her eyes and scalp. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is unknown. There's a lot going on here. Chemical burns in addition to 28 stab wounds. Jesus, I don't want to believe anything in this speaker ass says, but if this murder is really based on its true events, damn, the killer was totally sick in the head. Tablet has been added to the truth bullet section of your trinket. Plant. Okay. Guess we just got a body. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you looking over here for?
Hi.
Hey, are you investigating? Take that as a no. What's going on here? Anything happening around the corner? I don't like you. Okay, like how I'm going like that. Hang on. Seems to run away is taking shelter here. Oh, hey, new guy.
Seriously.
Stop calling me that. Sheesh, she looks pathetic. I doubt these people have anything useful to say. I should just get out of here. Well, I'm curious. The speaker man expects us to solve a murder case. Why? We are students, not detectives. Why do we have to see the body? Don't forget, it's only a dummy. Well, I don't recall signing up for some kind of Halloween attraction. I never have and never will enjoy haunted houses. What happened accentuates my beliefs. The kid's having difficulty keeping her cool. No surprises there. She probably couldn't do much in the investigation anyway. May as well have given her some space. Nah, they probably don't have nothing to say. Yep, I want to leave. Let's investigate this body. Hello. Hey. Our captors gave us a lot of information about this victim. To their credit, what's written on the tablet seems accurate. I should inspect the body just in case. Damn it! It's just a doll, damn it. Stop hesitating. Yeah, it's just a realistic corpse. Pop up. The doll was slumped against the door, her torso soaked in blood. Soaked. Parts of her shirt had been ripped open, exposing bits and bloody, indiscernible pulp. I quickly took a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. It's just a doll. There's no reason to be afraid of a doll. No reason. Can I... What's... Maris telling me to leave, but no better not to listen. What is my investigation button? Talk. I have a button to... No. Oh, truth bullets. Tablet. Okay. I have an investigation thing, right? There was a button. G? H? F? F. Warm body. Okay. Wait, why are there particles? What the fuck? The girl had been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need the tablet to know that. However, her cause of death, you'd think it was a stab to the heart or something, but the tablet claimed blood loss. Taking a closer look at the wounds, It didn't seem excessively deep. At least not deep enough to pierce her heart. She died from blood loss. What does that say about the killer? They probably could have killed her quickly if they wanted. Did they want her to suffer a slow death? Damn, this is messed up. I'm kind of remembering what's happening, or what happened, so I'm not going to say anything. So you know at home. So you get to play along. Oh, a knife! A bloody knife lays next to the victim. It's safe to say that this must be the murder weapon. Bloody knife has been added to the truth bullet section of your trinket. Assault rifle. We're in America, baby. The initial sight of the doll shocked me so much, I completely overlooked this rifle, the gun on the floor. Inspecting it now, I realized something. If the victim was stabbed, why was a rifle near her body? That's rifle. Could you step back for a bit? I'm curious about something.
No.
What? No. Before I could finish my sentence, Jean walked over to where I was and picked up the gun. Hey, you're messing with the crime scene. Ignoring me, he released the magazine of the gun with surprising ease. Huh? From the top of the magazine protruded a loaded bullet. Huh. That's interesting. The rifle hasn't even been used. Definitely a dangerous thing to have around. I'll put it down and guard it so nobody gets any smart ideas. Better than him holding it. Damn, a loaded gun. What is going on in the killer's head? Why bring a gun to the crime scene and not even use it? Looks like someone brought a knife to a gunfight and won. Or a gun to a knife fight. Unless that gun was purely for intimidation? It's not very logical, but it'd be a twisted game to play with the victim. Assault rifle has been added to the bullet section of your trinket. Was that an AR-15? I don't know guns. Hands. Her hands were surprisingly clean, all things considered. There was no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. It looked like there was dried blood underneath. Why was there blood underneath her nails but not on the rest of her hand? Victim's hands has been added to the truth bullet section of your trinket. That seemed to be all the evidence. Nothing else was catching my eye. I should check on the inside of the closet now. Inside. Inside? Inside? Can I enter there? Can I go into the inn? Can I enter? May I enter the inn? May I? Do I have to go back out and then back in? Are you sure you want to leave? Yes. Janitor's closet. Like the rest of the building, the inside of the closet was old and dilapidated. It was the last place I wanted to dig through, but I had to gather as much evidence as possible. Otherwise, I won't be able to present a strong argument. Good thing I'm a great debater. I need to get lower so you can see my face. Can I? What's behind me? I'm curious. Shelf. Where's the door? That's the door. Okay, back of the closet. Hey, Cass, what you gotta say?
Check it out.
Hey, check out what's behind this door! Saying that, she stepped away from the corner.
Right.
It's a ladder. Doesn't seem like there's anything strange about it. Why was this brought to my attention
Hey,
again?
Not cool.
Disappointed in you.
Huh?
Huh?
So hackneyed.
You call that thing a ladder? It's so obviously a step ladder. I wonder what it's doing.
Seriously?
Step ladder. Aren't they practically the same thing? I have to agree with Miss Amber. Everyone knows an ace investigator must record his evidence as accurately as possible. It's certainly what the victim would want. I don't think they'd care, because they're kind of dead. Blah. A guy who doesn't get my references is no fun to be around. I'm gonna check on the peeps outside. Smell you later, lawyer man. She's already out here. Did she even investigate anything besides that stupid ladder? Hey, it's not as stupid as a lot of personality. Okay, wall? There nothing back here? Back of the closet. I didn't inspect around. Okay, fine. I'll inspect the front of the closet. Hey, Mr. Wolfgang. What you guys say?
It's for the best.
We must make every effort to examine the crime scene as thoroughly as possible. Not for the sake of entertaining the people who kidnapped us, but for the sake of the victim. After all, this was based on a real murder, was it not? That was what the tablet said. I'm still skeptical about the validity of that statement. Eva! There might be more clues around here. I'm going to check this entire closet for evidence. No thanks. A person like her is probably more likely to cause a murder, not solve one. Okay, because someone's a liar means they can't be trusted. Okay. Have fun with that. Shelf! The shelf was packed with an assortment of towels. Yeah, packed is a word. I briskly inspected them, lifting each towel to check for anything underneath. Many had gathered dust, but that was it. Nothing looked suspicious about them, other than the fact that many of them were invisible to my naked eye. Shelf. Bucket! Bucket. It's a bucket! Pretty typical thing to find inside a janitor's closet. My internal thoughts are very boring. But why? Why is it randomly lying here? Maybe. Someone spilled it? There's nothing inside except... What does this smell? It smells like... bleach? It's probably like water. Bucket has been added to the truthful section of your trinket. Can I go to the back now? Can I... What else can I investigate? Can I go? I want to go to the back. I didn't expect it. The exit floor sign? Oh, the clock. There's a clock above the door. Doesn't seem like it works. Looks like everything around here. That's everything around here. I should check out the other end of the room. Glad I had to inspect that goddamn clock. I've summoned 3 people. Desmond.
Gotta stay one step
Sick
ahead.
dreads. I checked all the containers on the shelf. They're all full, except with an exception of one. A bottle of bleach. Bleach? That's probably useless. Huh. There's a bucket in this closet that reeked of it.
Makes sense.
It's probably not a coincidence, given this thing is supposed to emulate a real crime scene. It's crazy how much effort has been put into this. Yeah. I can't think too much about what kind of situation we're in, or I'll never be able to handle it. Okay. Ingrid.
Golly.
These shelves are real intriguing. Take a look. Some of the cleaning brands go as far back as the 80s and 90s.
Eh?
You recognize them? Cause I use them. Why would you do that? Why would you like to clean things?
How should I put it?
Old chemicals do the job better, since there are a few regulations about what's poisonous and all that. Uh-huh. Just don't ask where I get them. Don't want to alert the fuzz. Oh, this is Saw. I'm in Saw. Oh, God. I'm sure they don't care about her black market cleaning supplies. Winona! There's a song called Warm Body. That's security camera. It's brand new. Now that she mentioned it, it does look out of place. You would think they would have gathered dust like the other items in here. Did it recently get cleaned or something? The company's headquarters have similar ones installed, except these cameras are even more high-tech. Typical high school, spending more on security than educating their students. That's assuming that even the academy is doing. Because why would an academy want to protect their students? I don't know. Beats me. Camera. It's another surveillance camera. Is the guy on the speaker watching us through this? Just the thought makes my stomach turn. Bing. We're done? Alright, everyone. That's time. Look at you all. You investigated the crime scene so well, it's enough of a brute to bring a tear to my eye. Jokes aside, please meet by the elevator for a class trial. You should find it somewhere around the Tree of Ignorance. I've been recording for that was quick! Holy! Sayaka's investigation was longer than that! Don't make me wait too long. I might start getting zap happy. Oh, you're kinky. Weird. See you soon. Toodaloo! Click! Class trial? What the hell does that mean? What is this? Some sort of dang and romper? Sounds like that's the end of our investigation.
Let's see.
If we're done with this closet, we should go outside and talk to the others.
Come off the grass.
Oi! It was a class trial! I guess it's as good as mine. Obviously we're going to court. Court?
What?
He's going to put us on trial.
Listen to me.
Maybe that's what we'll talk about the clues we found.
Just saying.
Makes sense for a current situation. Investigations, clues, files. What else could that stuff be for?
Well put.
Good point. Does seem oddly familiar to court procedures. Obviously, we're missing key suspects and witnesses, but they don't seem to be relevant to this case
Wait a
anyway.
minute.
He mentioned this elevator was near the Tree of Ignorance, right? He must be referring to that room with the tree. The tree! The Tree of Ignorance is the tree.
Focus.
Probably, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. However, I don't recall seeing an elevator anywhere.
Just follow me.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get our butts over there. Skibbity. She keeps treating this like a dumb game. Like her life. A video game. Trying hard to beat the stage. If we're really going to go on trial, she's going to be a nuisance to deal with. Just like I will be. Because I hate life. Might as well follow her. One by one, everyone left. I guess I had no choice but to go as well. Sorry, dead girl. The others already left. Anyone? Speaking? Okay. Hi, Ed. Hey, you girl whose name I definitely remember. What are you doing here? Toshiko, what's wrong? How do you ever remain so stoic at a time like this? Aren't you worried at all?
It's simple.
No, not really. It's not like we're investigating some high-stakes murder. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we're doing. Well, it's been solved, I presume, but it's still murder. It's just a dummy, that's it. Yes, quite. I completely concur. She's obviously faking it. Without even looking at her face, I can tell she's sweating bullets. Mostly from the sweat glands. Oh no, she's been frozen with fear. Oh. Wow, what a beautiful place to get murdered. Beep. Tree room! Tree room! When I arrived at the tree, I saw the people were already bickering.
Check it out.
A big tree in Ian's Garden Academy? Overused religious symbolism is tight. I really hope we get let out after this.
Oi, you.
Oi! Can you confirm, lion chick? Why are you asking her?
Come off the grass.
Come off the grass. He's clearly faking a talent.
Am I hearing you right?
And that makes her one of the bad guys? Who'd want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide? Pff, I bet she's the one who brought us that gas bomb on the train.
Really?
She didn't think to bring back a mask? To avoid passing out or whatever?
If no one else is gonna say it.
If all you needed was a mask to protect you, then... Hey, don't look at me. I literally passed out. This helmet's got plenty of holes in it. I'd suffocate otherwise.
I've got something to say.
No, that chick's totally sus. I'm a imposter. Just look how calm she's been acting. She somehow knew that the dead body was a dummy, and then she poked it in the face? Like, what the shit? That's not normal!
Deal with it.
I told you, it was my intuition.
Ugh.
Intuition my ass!
Hold your horses.
It's not unbearably believable. My gosh told me we should inspect the doll. Now look at us. We're on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
Where is this elevator supposed to be again? That's right. There's meant to be an elevator around here. But all I see is this tree of ignorance. And this suspiciously shaped hole that's carved out into the middle of it. Maybe we're missing something here. Like a whole shit mystery. Or maybe we're being played for fools. Oh, those are gonna be unlocked after every murder. I just realized the gates. Hi. Treating. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. Hello, sir. Statue. At the base of the student tree was a marble bust depicting a figure in a creepy mask. There were cracks all over the mask, and one of the eyes was even missing. How old must this thing be? I'd give it about like 6.
What you doing?
You noticed the statue too? Don't ya?
Huh?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
You alright?
Except the statue. There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on what.
Look.
The mask is broken. There is a piece missing.
But
Is that weird? The statue's probably like super old. It makes sense to be cracking and stuff.
I'm talking.
No, this definitely seems intentional.
wait.
Like, it isn't crap. It's crappy on purpose? Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Nah, you know.
What about?
Maybe if we can find the pieces and put it back on the statue, something will happen, like a puzzle-solving game. Sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to give it a try. Ha! You say we gotta look around for the other part of the mask? Shaggy. Hold on to your butts, because I got the eyes of a predator. Not in this economy.
Whatever.
This isn't a Never mind. With that, everyone started to search the tree again. Some people inspected the tree itself, while others scoured around it. After what seemed like only a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand. Oi! Everyone! Found it! We gathered around Grace to see what she was holding. Nice! That must be it. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back in the mask?
To me.
Probably. I'll take care of it.
Soybean.
He's definitely dying. Back off, Hercules! You ain't the one who found it! Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slid it right into the mask. And then, nothing happened. Except a sniper rifle pointing straight at Grace's head. And then...
Fail.
Okay. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Click. Suddenly, the ground we started staying on began to shake.
Golly.
Oh golly, Miss Molly!
Oh shit!
Oh, we're about to fucking die! I'm the learning tree. What?
Yo.
Yo, I was right! That actually worked? A fucking secret patch is waiting in a tree. I never thought I'd see it. Welcome to Danganronpa, baby. This... The Tree of Knowledge, a symbol of sentience, institution, and understanding, exists here only as a barren replica. The Tree of Ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance awfully aspires to be seen as wisdom. Click!
Game over, man! Game
Oh
over!
god, dude, now he's spitting random philosophy, we're so fucked! Let's take us to the elevator.
What about?
There was like stairs at the foot of the opening.
Question mark?
That was a really long voice line. There's stairs at the foot of the opening or something?
Yep.
Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's explore! Why the sudden rush?
Duh.
I want to get home, stupid! I gotta get on that Fortnite grind!
Elementary, my dear.
If we get this over with, we can get out quicker. It's simple math. It's like 4 plus 4 equals... Battle Pass!
Sure.
Fair enough. So we just walk in, do we? One by one, we approached the opening of the tree. And one by one, we were picked off as he finally began his feast, luring the students into the cavity of trees and descended into darkness, imprisoning me. All that I see absolutely it's the Dagon prophecy. It's the elevator door. The elevator. It's like this is an elevator. I see the elevator is underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you. With a rumble, the elevator began its descent. I can't wait to see these people disappear. Okay, who's the most likely to still be here? What? Okay, is this Danganronpa? So there's like 3 to 5 people who's gonna be here at the end. Okay, me, obviously, unless I died, which would be great, because I'm an asshole. Wolfgang, gotta be. Oh, Wolfgang. Oh, I might. Oh, what if I killed Wolfgang? Because I'm a dick and Wolfgang's like super chill? Yo, it'd be crazy. The little girl. Oh, she's probably. Yeah, she's probably dead. She's probably dead meat. Someone really, like, not important at all. But it's kind of important, but not important enough. It's probably gonna be the entrepreneur girl. I really hope she dies. I think the influencer is probably gonna be the first to kill. One of the first to kill. He gives off Kaito energy. Okay, my guess. Me. Entrepreneur girl. Wolfgang. No, Wolfgang's dead. Wolfgang's dying. Me, entrepreneur girl. Music producer. And then 2 others, gamer girl, hopefully. Australian chick's definitely dying. I think the fencer's definitely getting murdered. That's just the vibe. I really want the blacksmith to make it. I really want. We're stood in silence, 16 worried strangers plumbing into the unknown. Into the unknown! That's what we were after all. Strangers. Random people thrown into this horrible place. And for what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator in a tree. None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This is something much bigger, and in no way could it be connected to Eden's Garden Academy. Wow. The elevator. The elevator began to slow, snapping me out of my thoughts. I stood up tall, and when the movement stopped completely, the doors opened, and we all died. Fractured Mind of the Mystery. Banger title. It's like a Panic at the Disco title. In front of us was a large circular hall supported by marble pillars. Pretty. In the center of the room, 16 podiums had been arranged into a circle. Were those for us? No, it's for the other guys. Who's over here? Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I give out further instructions.
However,
And if we don't comply, then I'll zap you, of course.
Back off.
Not this sapping shit again. Just face it, Miss Madison. We have to go along with his demands. Looks like there's a few smart ones in this pack, eh? Well, come along now. We don't have all day. There was no one avoiding it. We had to resume our places. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Scanning the faces around me. Everyone wore similar expressions. Similar? I feel like these are pretty different. Most of them are worried. Historian's kind of chill. Golf Girl is pissed off. Discomfort, anger, worry. It didn't. Those are different. You can't say we all have the same expressions and they'd be different expressions. It's stupid. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some inane game. I'm assuming it says insane game. No free will, no choice in our actions, except the murder. Wolfgang's chill. All we could do was move forward. We had hope for escape. We had to face the despair that was lying in our future. A way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Check the savior game. Yay! Procreate. This ain't the 2000s anymore. Oh! Prologue. Vows created by snitches and needles. Oh, what do I look at? What do we got? We got tablet, knife, rifle, bucket, we're fucked. Okay. Difficulty? Nah, mean, all the way. We ain't no bitch here. Class trial. In session. Kidney pep.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
Thank God I don't have to do goddamn voice anymore. I'm just gonna relax real quick.
The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place.
She was stabbed. Alright, let's go.
Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim. Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out.
Put the dreadfully wrong one!
That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
Oh no, we've all been turned into 2D PNGs.
Somebody, get me out of here.
Can't do anything about that. Grace Madison. Wolfgang! He's in the protagonist spot! Oh my god.
If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
We're gonna beat him. We're gonna transfer his mind. Danganronpa V3 style. Just. We're him. Please.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here!
I think she wants to stay here.
Somebody get me out of here!
Oh, she's dead.
What happened to her?
I know, very shocking.
Oh shit! They fried her brain!
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah, sickle. Oh, it's a sickle and a gaming controller. That's funny.
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dip bigger, I'd just turn on the telly.
So true.
On that note, please, carry on.
And though you're dead and gone, believe me. Holy shit, the people running this thing aren't playing around. I thought he was about to say, holy shit, we're all fucking idiots.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing?
Real.
I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
He didn't do shit. I did everything.
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, who murdered that dummy chick, right?
Listen, if you don't answer right, then you'll be... if you don't get it right, then you'll be cancelled.
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Did that tablet not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to!
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
Nice on your voice. I like the pirate voice. The Gunnar art is beginning. These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop before they arrive at the wrong conclusion. Oh gosh! Do you hear that? That's the sound of a non-stop debate approaching! Oh! During non-stop debates, your classmates will speak one after another without interruption. Students may say things that contradict the truth. Oh god, controls. Oh, true cylinder. Bullets, time. I haven't played this on a PC. View truth, bullets, controls. Fast forward, concentrate. Oh, silencer, shoot. Oh, I can circle. Oh. This started going crazy. Whoa. And it's your job to determine which statements must be broken in order to progress the trial. For your ammo, you have been armed with truth bullets you've gathered during the investigation. Truth bullets that are relevant to the debate will be loaded into your true cylinder. Use the mouse to aim your reticle and right-click to fire. You want to aim for the words highlighted in gold. Those are the weak spots. A lie or contradiction may be hiding within a weak spot. Carefully compare your classmates' statements to evidence that you have gathered, and use the correct truth bullets to destroy the relevant weak spots. If things are flying by too fast, use space to concentrate. This will temporarily slow down time. Speaking of time, be sure not to run out of it. There's an automatic game over. Oh. Not that someone of your caliber would ever fail. They know, as the ultimate mass debater, I am pretty good at these kinds of things. Anyway, press the F3 key to revisit these controls whenever you wish. That's all for now. Don't jump to too many conclusions, or you'll die. Don't stop debate. Oh shit, we're in this. We're fucking in this, baby. Danganronpa type shit. Bloody knife AR.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara.
It's about why they
how she died.
Is that true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
And what could have spilt that blood? Besides that big, scary gun!
Cause of the fucking...
That's right. What does that even have to do with anything?
What? She's right. What did I do? Oh god, brother.
Who? But how she died.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
And what could have spilt that blood? Besides that big, scary gun! What does that even have to do with anything?
What do you mean? It's the gun! It's the knife! What?
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Oh god, am I gonna lose?
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody. And what could have spilt that blood? Ah, that's right. There was a gun. You hear that?
There was a gun.
Man? She agrees.
It was the gun. What? It was the knife. It was the knife. What do you mean? It was no. Did I already lose? It was the knife.
What the murder weapon was?
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene.
Damn it! I missed my chance. There's no fucking way. I can't get anyone to listen to me. This case will never be. Is it not the knife? So I can turn this debate around.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara.
Blood in here. Bloodstone knife. Air. Speckled blood.
But how she died.
Is that true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene.
But the body was pretty bloody. And what could have spilt that blood? Besides that big, scary gun! Ah, that's right. There was a gun!
The mystery was never.
Why is it not the gun? Or why is it not the knife?
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene.
Why is it not the knife?
Besides that big, scary gun!
No, that's wrong!
Why?
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
I'm so confused.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Why was it the knife? Why was it not the knife?
Alright, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That wasn't in the description! I get it was fully loaded, but it wasn't in the description!
Easy. It wasn't. Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity. Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
What?
Why are you bringing me into this?
Oh, yes. I forgot he shoots guns.
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso.
Yes.
If the gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime scene.
Or, she had stab wounds, and there was a bloody knife next to her body.
Details. If the gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
The knife! Oh my god, is this how Kyoko felt? Oh my god, is this how Kyoko felt?
The bloody knife. It's just so blatantly obvious.
I swear
right next to the victim's body.
I swear I played this before. I swear I played this before.
Camp's razor gotta ruin everything.
Oh, if there's a knife, that's probably the knife.
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife was used.
Kind of weird choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Came out.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
I don't see why you'd be murdering someone either.
Man, I don't know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no. Everyone's starting to yell.
Yeah, this is a debate. This debate's getting out of control fast. I need to say something. Non-stop debate. Victims.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
What does the tablet say? Also suffered chemical burns to the head. That was that blood loss.
These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, They did.
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
It's easy to assume the killer was the one holding the gun, but considering the details of the victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's...
If the gun was broken, then...
No, that's wrong!
Stop that thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
God.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
No, they were definitely armed. With a knife.
Wow.
The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
Hey, you never know. It could have been like in between the legs, just like.
But then, who did?
God?
Easy.
Just smited.
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
No.
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
You don't call her a dummy.
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Oh, I guess that makes some sense.
Yes, it does.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so
Not
sure
ours.
about that.
What do you mean?
Aren't you overlooking something?
What do you mean? You're a lawyer.
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct? If so, why didn't she shoot them?
Maybe she was dumb?
Her AI movements.
That girl must have been killed before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's not technically true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Ooh. Specifically, the evidence that shows the victim attempted to fight back. Her hands.
This is it.
Got it!
We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker.
Ooh.
Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
Oh, I mean, it could have been like, well, I guess your whole hands would be bloody if you tried to grab it.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
Yeah, this is very
true. Did something get in the way of her using it?
Wonder if that killer stole it from her.
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
Because she was.
Fight happens, right?
Oh.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe
Oh,
the fight
you're the
started in the
lawyer.
hallway, and after it ended, her body was dragged into the closet.
Well, it's not really in the closet. It's more like on the doorway.
If that happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor or in the hallway?
Drag marks? Can't say I saw any.
Because you guys did donuts.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
Too complicated for this trial.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in...
What?
Blood.
Maybe.
Aye. It should have gotten everywhere.
Unless they got naked.
Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Yeah.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Yeah.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
Yes. That's what we were
If she
saying.
wanted to,
Grace is
she
dead.
could just,
You know.
you know.
Shot him?
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
If you're not stupid. There must be something we're missing. Something that explains how the victim was overpowered. I know I'm the only one who can figure that out. I don't think you're... I mean, maybe if you're the only one who investigated. Alright, now I'll talk about agree points. Then last on to top debate, you know that notice that some phrases were blue. Bet you weren't expecting that, huh? No. Those phrases are called agree points. They are a counterpart to weak spots. As the name would suggest, if an agree point aligns with the evidence you've gathered, you can use your truth bullets to prove it correct. Simply aim your reticle at it, as you would with weak spots, and shoot. In your pursuit of the truth, you must be prepared to collaborate with your classmates' chess points. Corroborate. When it would be wise to do so is for you to figure out. Good luck! Non-stop debate. Tablet, bloody knife, bucket.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But
yeah,
she still carried a gun.
If it was a short distance, so
why didn't she shoot?
If you're at a short distance, it's really hard to shoot a fucking AR.
Didn't even see them. Appreciate the support.
Nah. I'm sorry. Now the pirates calling me. Fuck.
That slimy killer
pull a fast one.
And knocked the gun out of her hand.
But she so shoot.
I bet that girl didn't.
Yay! I consent. Bacon. Whoa. Wow. Hey, this is a trial, okay?
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her.
Effectively,
also,
not
inside the janitor's
allegedly.
closet, there was a large empty bottle of bleach. That's probably the chemical that caused the burns.
Blinded? With bleach? That's horrible!
All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back?
She sure put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hands.
So the killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Wow. Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous.
Bleach in the eyes,
then,
Jesus.
When he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Jesus.
Until eventually dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
Ah, you could have asked the killer, I guess.
The past is in the past, and we can't change that. All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
Death, eh?
I mean, by the sounds of it,
Grace, you
we've already
good?
figured it out, right?
No, not yet.
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much!
I mean, it's been like about an hour.
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far. Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
As in the motive?
You're on the right track.
Well,
you speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name. What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
aren't we all? Our own NPCs and other stories.
Not every answer will be written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
I'm recording myself with my... I can't do that.
Grace?
Hi.
What? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now, Soybean. Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire.
Beautiful?
I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision, 'cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
It's kind of mean.
An elephant in the room?
He's trying his best.
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense. Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
I sort of assumed he spilled it on the victim.
Yeah.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt the bottle itself was involved in the murder. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet. The gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Like.
Sure, before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
And what is this something else? Go on, explain it before this dumpster turns
bucket.
molten.
She's really stubborn about this, but I get the point she's trying to make. Before we move on from this subject, we need to make sure its logic is completely sound. Alright then, let's put out this fire that we didn't start. Non-stop the beat. 3! I can do this one this time. Bucket. It's the bucket, baby. It's the bucket, baby.
Where'd the bleach go?
Oh god, sticky keys. Oh god, sticky keys. Bucket! The bucket! The bucket! I need to turn off sticky keys. Oh god.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket.
A bucket.
Or, more specifically,
oh
the same
god.
bucket we found at the crime scene.
Sticky keys.
After all, it reeked of bleach.
We'll never know. Okay.
Yo, that makes sense.
Yep.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Unless you're going by 24-hour time, then it's wrong. Or it's right. Once a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
By throwing it at her.
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're underestimating this killer.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
It's a good question. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals in the victim's eyes? Especially without her knowing. There must be some kind of clue missing here. Think, Damon. Think.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns. However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
I don't know how that could have happened. Because, right. Obviously, the bleach came from above. Because she dumped the bucket. I'm sorry. They stood up down the step ladder, put the bleach in the bucket, dumped the bucket. How did it not get the rest of her face? I don't work like that.
It said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp? How does that work?
From above.
Unless those chemicals came from above?
Above. Yes, that's right. Above.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air?
Just love it. By the eye of...
Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which... well... could mean anything.
Was the killer hiding above the door frame?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they couldn't have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Yes.
Unless you take into account the size difference.
The killer was way smaller than the bucket.
Space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
Killer wanted two things: for the bucket to be above the victim and for it to spill on her when she entered the room. The classic Rube Goldberg type shit, the oldest trick in the book. In other words, he needed to bounce the bucket on the what? The fucking door frame. The door. The knife. I got it.
I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got it. The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Yeah.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Yes, like the water bucket pranks people film.
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
That is a possibility, yes.
Yeah. It sounds like the best conclusion.
Yeah.
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high?
None of you went to the fucking closet, did you?
Unless they were abnormally tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
They just... Why the... To bounce the bucket on that door, the killer would need to reach pretty high. Was there anything at the crime scene that could have been used to boost? Not a thing. Not a thing. Not at all. If I can answer that, it'll add further credibility to my theory. Is it the shelf? The bucket? The other bucket, which we didn't even talk about. The storage container. Oh, stepladder! What are you doing here?
There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
Figures.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
Yes. Yes, he used the super duper obvious stepladder.
Occam's razor.
Wow.
Yes, it appears our killer didn't care much for subtlety. No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
It was the only knick-knack of its kind, too. If there's something else that killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far. But I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you apes.
It's a bit rude.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
Yeah, Grace. Fuck that influencer.
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
Fucking waiting in the
He
shadows?
obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
Stabbed her? Must have been hiding somewhere, waiting for her to arrive. Somewhere nearby, I assume. We're doing this again? Bum 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 bum. Probably in the back of the janitor's closet, right?
I got it.
I got it.
I've got it. The killer was hiding in the back of the closet. If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal because that's the only way you can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Yes. I mean, in the corner is pretty fine too.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
Yay.
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
No.
Even if it's all fake,
Well, let's do one more thing.
I feel really bad for this victim.
Don't be.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
True.
Huh?
Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder.
I think if you're gonna die, maybe a little bit.
Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
I mean, there's no proof that it was a man.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse. 28 stab wounds. No girl, no person should ever suffer Kara's fate.
Wait, who's Kara?
The victim.
The victim's name! Didn't anyone hold a tablet?
Not a damn person.
I agree with you, dude. But you don't have to shout out your point.
28 stab.
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
Huh?
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
Because she got stabbed.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Doesn't answers require the
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion?
Sometimes.
This isn't about efficiency. This is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
You know what? Stand up. Yes. I stand up against these goddamn rich fuckers.
What the hell?
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
I don't know. That's wrong.
What was the motive?
She was cringe.
Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe the gun freaked him out. If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense.
It looks like it. I mean, if someone's chasing me with a gun, I'd be like, oh, okay.
No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud. You seem a little pressed.
Yeah, I guess 28 times is a lot.
Silence! I won't allow this!
Hey, bro, I didn't do anything. Wow, things are getting emotional. You're saying. While you've been on using logical arguments to further the trial so far, now might be a good time to change your approach. Introducing the pathos mechanic. What did he say? Absorb. During an on-site debate, the emotionally charged commentary of your classmates will appear as purple text. These comments are called pathos statements. You can absorb these pathos statements by hovering over them with your reticle and pressing E or LT. The pathos statements will be loaded into your truth cylinder. Ooh. Find weak spots that is directly contradicted by the pathos statement and fire. If successful, you will make a powerful emotional argument to contradict your opponents. Stay on the lookout for pathos statements while you'll always be able to advance the trial using pure logic. Emotional arguments can lead. Oh! Well, always be able to advance the trial using pure logic. Emotional arguments can lead to some unique conversations. Oh. So I can go by facts and logic, or, you know.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
Yeah,
you expect me to stay calm?
A little bit.
This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you if you have no proof. So says the ultimate liar.
Was this murder justified or truly unforgivable? I feel like I have an obligation to find the truth.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill
pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer deserves to be brought to justice.
There's no reason.
No, that's wrong.
Pathos, baby. No, that's wrong. Studio Chicago.
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
Say what?
Yep.
Wolfgang has spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine.
True, even though he's assuming 18, because everyone seems to be 18.
He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before. If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
I'm pressing F.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
What if he is a liar?
Yeah, Wolfgang's
not
clearly
Wolfgang
trying
is
his best for us.
Yeah, Wolfgang. No.
Trust in the lawyer and
Yes.
buddy.
Come on. Hey.
If it means going home, then new guys convinced me.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
But I'm so glad that I'm bringing everyone together. I'm sure this will work out greatly.
Thank you all for your support.
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing. Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're disembodied voice! We've figured out your stupid case! Now let us leave!
You're finally done.
Bro, snozzing.
In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time.
What?
You set this through. Ups.
Silly me, I have a short attention span.
Real.
So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Okay. Practice.
Fine. I'll do as you ask.
Practice.
I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together.
No, it's just gonna be me.
Let's dig into it.
Sound the my favorite part. Insert panel. Stop panel. Ooh. It's time to bring this trial to an end. Time for the closing argument. During closing argument, you must summarize the case from start to finish. Naturally, your medium will be a comic book. Since the class has a relatively good understanding of the case, some parts of the comic are already complete. But it seems your peers have glossed over the smaller details, judging by those gaps in the story. To fill those gaps, you have been provided a collection of stock panels. Use the WASD keys to navigate your stock. However, mouse over the relevant gap and then press the left key to insert the panels. Left mouse button, I'm assuming, is what they're talking about. Don't forget the Q and E keys, those are how you flip between pages. By the way, gaps will reveal a hint if you hover over them. If you ever need to revisit the information, the control panel is only one F3 key away. Now stand straight and fix that tie. I'm not wearing a tie. I am wearing a tie. We've got a case to close. Where did the killer hide? Oh, shh. Oh, okay. Whoa. Oh, this is not at all what I thought was happening. What is the victim carrying? Okay, so I have going up the stepladder in the janitor's closet. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just go put this in. How is the trap triggered? Opening the door. Yay! In the janitor's closet. Oh, Janet's closet. Yay! What's up, Potter? Go. Assault rifle. We're done?
This is how it happened.
This is my summary.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest. He slid inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
Why was she holding a gun?
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
Bastard.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the door frame. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival. The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
All conjecture.
The bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
You didn't. We said the face wasn't burned. It was just the eyes. Youch! Tucking Tom and Jerry scream. Ah!
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails. However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten.
Yes.
That is the truth behind this case.
But like, I don't.
Are you satisfied?
We don't know the motive, so I don't know who's in the wrong. Why did she have a gun? I'd be spooked.
A measly 3 acts. Poor horse would be beside himself.
Shut up.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already!
What'd she say?
That is what I promised, isn't it?
Yep.
Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second?
Is that your name, Frank? Okay.
This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it.
If you say so.
However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while?
Yeah, self-confidence. Show yourself, girl.
Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
Yeah. Take it off. Take it off. Face to face.
What was that all about?
No, it's not about facing.
Everybody, look over there.
No, that's not a face. That's a mouth.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled.
So you're gonna show us your face, or? Okay.
What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it?
Are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Wolfgang is like, my heart goes out to all of you.
What the fuck is going on?
This person, his voice, it's so underwhelming.
Speaker guy?
No, it's just Steve.
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that.
Speaker guy was Frank. This is Steve.
Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only.
Daddy.
His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Ah. My honest reaction. Killing game? Yeah, we are done! Yay! And we're done.
Well done.
Okay, or you can call me Tozu for short. Hey, what do you mean killing game?
Show must go on.
Did you really think that story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
That's...
Of what?
Why the long face?
I think this is wrong. I'm gonna assume this is him speaking. Isn't it obvious? You, my dear subordinates,
Blood is rushing.
are going to kill each other. Everyone's Damon. Everyone's Damon. Cool. It's like not.
Come on.
It's not funny.
But then...
But you said we could go home if we solved the mystery. I gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us.
Rubbish.
Lied? Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm a fair man, a man sworn to the truth. And if I recall correctly, should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. No one cares, any of your bargain, let us out. That's what I promise, isn't? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. I specifically said you can leave this room, not go home. You sneaky son of a... Oh, you sneaky son of a bitch.
Not okay!
It's like you're freaking full of shit, man! Ah, there you go, losing control of your voice. And that's how you know you've lost the argument. I hate that argument. Oh, if you yell you won, then shut up. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. Oh, he disappeared. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So, when he said this was Eden's Garden Academy... Bullshit! What am I doing believing someone like him? There's no other way around it. He's lying! Hey! Why didn't you, tell us about your dumb game sooner? And watch you peasants run away?
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without any contestants.
Please don't.
Please don't do this.
I just want to go home.
I want to be with my family. Please, just let me go home.
There's no need to worry.
There's no need to cry, Miss Tolner. We're all civilized here. No one's going to simply kill because they've been ordered to. What is this? The peasant has a rebuttal.
Let's see.
A match between unprepared, unfit players. You'd hardly call that a match. It's in much the same way. This game you've proposed, a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill. Do you seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly?
Hey!
Yeah, that's totally right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like that. Sure. My heart's terribly soft. Softer than the most delicate piece of mochi. When I see a fly in my room, I catch the poor deer in a jar and return her to nature.
I would never.
My mochi heart would melt otherwise.
I see.
That's your argument, isn't it?
How interesting.
So, what has you so convinced? What do you mean? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides their names and ultimate talents? If you do, then tell me regarding killing. Where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? Is where they currently stand on the issue the same as where they're willing to stand? Go on. You've had a couple of hours to get to know everyone. That's plenty of time to learn the life stories, right? On eating, maybe. Should I take that as a no? Goodness, what a surprise. Not! You wouldn't be here, all dressed up in that fancy suit, if you were so naive. The woman was too stunned to speak.
Such a spoilsport.
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game. How? All you did was make us play detective. Dusty! And for good reason. It's like the day in Robber. If one of you... Oh, Tozu! If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in the true class trial. Your objective here is simple: uncover the culprits if you can. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote, and if you choose the right person, they alone will be executed and the killing game will continue. However, if you choose the dreadfully wrong person, the guilty party will be set free and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the game. Everyone understand? Piano player's going crazy. All of us will be executed? That's not fair!
Isn't this lovely?
Really, I think it's one of the most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
That's insane. You're treating us like pigs to slaughter.
Such disrespect.
Nonsense. All of you have a chance to survive in this game. Do you think that the common butcher is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. 2?! I forgot about that rule! You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. Out of the 16 people here, only 2 will be allowed... Oh, out of the 16 people here, only 2 will be allowed to survive? No shot. 2 people? That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder.
Well done.
I know, that's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die no matter what, and yet, with every passing trial, you'll all cling to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of the human compassion.
I have an appetite.
I
for
can't wait.
destruction.
Okay. I can't wait to see all of you in action. Toodaloo. Oh. Ack. The madman's loud, tinnitus-inducing laughter was suddenly cut off by a well-timed strike from behind. A backshot? Oh.
I've said it a million times, you mangy fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
Grace, no! You can't be the Juko! No!
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it!
No, please, Owie!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
No. Grace drove her fist directly into his stomach. Grace, no! She followed it with another blow and another. And when it looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead, I saw it. From out of nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared on Grace's face.
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
But before we could do anything... No! The sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, I don't remember her dying. Oh my god. Grace releases the man from her grip. Speechless, she moves her hand to her cheek, which had been nicked by the stray bullet. We all looked in the direction the shot came from. The shooter stood silently by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of her rifle. Her mask. Do bullets make smoke? I've never actually seen it. The design was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him. That scared me. You shot at her!
For real?
This is getting out of hand! There are two of them? Everyone slowly backed away from Tozu, suddenly fear for their lives. Oh, what a shocking and unnecessary display of violence.
You think?
You think? Yeah? I was talking about the golfer woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game just as by attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans.
Pardon me.
Even though she misses her shots, that was just a warning. I assure you, it'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability.
In any case...
Regardless, I finally have an answer to your previous question. Meh. You asked me if I knew anything about my friends besides their names and talents. Truthfully, I don't. But I'll continue to trust them as if I do, because they're ultimates. Fine by me! Huh? They are charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb!
We will not succumb! Even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure farcical courtroom procedures. He's right. Grace was trying to compose herself, still clearly shocked by her run-in with death.
Don't test me.
No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think that an ultimate would fall for this bullshit? That's right. My friends and I have too much to live for, and too much to achieve. She's not living to the end. I will put money on that. She's so unimportant. We won't throw away all that for a killing game.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're all going to escape. We have to. One by one, the students raised their voices in solidarity with Wolfgang. All of them were so confident in what they were saying, so willing to blindly put their faith in each other. And for some reason, it made me sick. Here we go.
My.
Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I'm quite familiar with this idea. What kind of captain would I be if I can't even handle a small crew of 15? And this is when everyone gets their one voice line. What is this horrible feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everyone else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another.
No.
He was gloated at the wrong. The students turned their attention towards Eva, surprised by her words. Do you actually believe one another No one here will try to kill. You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random ad hominem attacks, why don't you explain your reasoning?
It's the truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you'll need examples, just look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me?
Look,
In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, it will result in murder.
can't you see?
If you continue to convince all these people you trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along. Is it possible you want to make everyone vulnerable? So that it will be easier for you to kill them. That's
enough.
that. She said it. Seriously. Suddenly, Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Wolfie's done nothing wrong. He's given us all a vote of confidence. Yeah, something we all need. So stop trying to turn us against each other, please. The horrible feeling grew stronger as the other students admonished Eva. It grew stronger and stronger, and I knew I had to say something. Eva's right. Huh?
No!
Demon, not you too! Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary for everyone, but Eva made a good point. All of us have a clear motivation to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again, or for the sake of our talents.
Don't say that!
No! I'd never kill anybody!
That's not it.
Diana, you yourself admit that you have too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hands? This whole We're Ultimates thing is pretty insane anyways. After meeting all of you, it's clear none of us have the same goals.
Hold on.
What are you insinuating? Don't we all carry the same obligation to improve the world we live in? This question angered me more than anything that had been said before. I could no longer suppress my true feelings.
That's wrong.
Look, the title barely means shit nowadays, alright? Most Ultimates are just dullards obsessing over some pointless hobby. Their talents do nothing, don't contribute anything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off the public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
Running a business that feeds millions is pointless?
No.
Some of you are an exception, obviously, but come on, there's no way that the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
Don't you mean rest of us? You're an ultimate too. Yeah, what the hell makes you so special? I could feel the words warming their way into my soul. What makes you so special? Well, I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality. Better yet, I was the one who got you guys through that trial.
Really?
Yeah. Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out.
Shrimp?
Yo, I see what's going on. You think you're better than us just because you can say words nobody understands? Well, that kind of stuff is relative, like... Tell me what dragster is, do you know? Watch your step, lest you trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity.
Not good enough.
I'm disappointed in you. How are you so concerned about making yourself look good when we're in the middle of a death game? Wait, I wasn't trying to. It was no use. They turned against me, hurling obscenities, scowling, and shaking their heads.
Isn't this lovely?
Ew. Though I sense anger, hatred, the incorrigible sense of bloodthirst. Well, save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the cauldron. The elevator will take you back to the killing game arena. We've cleaned up. The crime team have prepared the dorm room for each of you.
Get lost.
Thanks. Now can you get lost?
Good evening.
Okay. He returned to his podium, with the masked woman trailing closely behind. The bizarre mechanism that brought him into the room lowered the two of them into the ground out of sight. Sam, bro. Sam.
Hey.
So, we're not going to kill anyone, right, guys? No matter what happens, we're all going to make it out of here, okay? It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to settle in. I'm trapped in a killer game with people who despise me. If only I wasn't such an asshole. How? How did this happen? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily. That's not how you... That's not how you do that. You can not trust each other too easily while not being a dick. Now I'm being treated like the bad guy. Will these people practice what they preach? Will they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anyone here. For better or for worse, it's me versus them. That's why everyone thinks you're an asshole. So cute at the beginning of the end. The beginning of an unfathomable nightmare, an unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Vows woven by stitches and needles. Surviving number 16. Oh, they look so happy and peaceful. To be continued. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Team Eden's Garden presents. Whoa. A fax machine. Damon Matsu. Ooh, Carlito Lopez. Eva 2. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Damn, sick setup. The Great Tozu. And Mara. Project Eden's Garden. Chapter 1, Beneath the Veil of Hypocrisy. I was the last one to take the elevator back up. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it for this one. Wow. I know I've said let me get back to the beginning. I don't like how quiet this is. Tozu mentioned. How do I get back? Go back. Service. God. Main menu. Yes. Wow. I played the Prologue before, but wow. this is a good game. I'm a huge fan of the Danganronpa series, and I haven't played really any of the fan games. Boy, just this caught my eye because, oh my god, it's so well done. It's so good. And it's all of it. To the music is phenomenal. I think they recaptured the feel of an investigation, even though that one's pretty short, but prologue, so who cares. The feel of the game, just walking around, creepy as fuck. Oh my god. This game is so creepy at times, but then so good. It captures that feel of being so joyous and so like hopeful and happy, and then just dropping it down, just making you feel like, or terrified. Danganronpa really never made me feel like terrified, but there's something eerie about moments in this game. But I really enjoy it, even though I do poke fun at it sometimes because it is silly, some of the stuff that they do and say being just really, really obvious, and finding obscure ways to get to a point that we should have figured out a lot sooner. But yeah, God, this is so well done. I'm so excited to play Chapter 1 and seeing, like, actually getting into the meat of things and, you know, talking to people. This is really loud. Just getting into it and just, you know, meeting everyone and talking to everyone. I know there's probably like, I don't know, just to you. Does this bring me back to that part, or does it bring me to a main menu? This isn't the... Oh, crap. Oh, can I not skip this? Oh! No. While this plays in the background. Yeah, really good game. Super happy. Check it out. Download it, play it if you can. These are just fans of the games and who's decided to make their own. And it turned out really fucking good. Really good. Like, wow. Who would have thought? I'm super excited to play Chapter 1 and get attached to these characters, because some of them I really like Grace. Oh god, it's so sad. I know she's gonna die. All my favorite characters. Your favorite characters always die. I mean, the fact that only two people are making it to the end. I mean, at the most, Danganronpa had 3. At the end of V3 who made it, so only having 2 is, god, it's gonna be heartbreaking. But yeah, I'm super excited. So yeah, let's hope we see you in the next video. If you make it this far and want to join me on this journey playing this game. I know I'm super late, but life. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!